Welcome to the video tracker tutorial. Today we're going to analyze veryhardpush.mov. Double click on the file and let it load. Okay, so what you can see here is this is the video. You're going to play on it and watch it as the card is being pushed to the right and off the track. So we're not going to analyze the whole motion because, for example, here where the card is still in contact with the hand, that's not very useful for analysis, and this over here, the card is actually off the track. So we're going to look for the first frame, like somewhere frame number 18. This should be good because the hand is no longer touching the card and also the card is perfectly in contact with the track. So I'm going to drag this small triangle, which is the start frame, and drag it over to here where it matches frame 18, our starting frame for analysis. So I'm now going to look for the last frame that I would like to analyze. So you can see here is off the track. That's not very good. So let's see here, right? So frame 33 is good because it's totally on the track. It's not off the track yet. So this will be our last frame. We're going to drag this triangle here to match here, which is frame 33, our last frame for analysis. So we are now ready to analyze. Click on this create point mask here. So what it does is actually create this point mask for us to analyze. Okay, now next thing I want to do is to zoom in the video so that it occupies the frame nicely. So you can see that this is good. I want to fill out the frame, so you can drag on the bar to actually center it. Okay, so this is good. So next thing we do is to click on the shift key. As you hit the shift key on your keyboard, you realize that you switch between the arrow to the cursor. So holding on to the shift key, you now look for the center of the card and click it. Notice that the video actually advanced to the next frame. So we will keep repeating this process until the card reaches the end of the track, which will be our last frame, frame 33. So you can see I'm still holding on to the shift key and I'm trying my best to click the middle of the card. Okay, and that will be our last frame. So now you can see that what we have here is the graph. Okay, I'm going to hide this table here, which we won't use for now. Alright, and change this plot to 3 plots. So what this do is basically show 3 graphs at one time. So X is the horizontal displacement, which is good. Y is vertical displacement. You can see that the card is not really moving up and down, so we don't really want that. Instead, I would like to analyze the Vx, the horizontal velocity. Okay, so this is looking good. And next, we're going to analyze the acceleration in horizontal direction AX. Okay, good. Okay, and now let's take a look here. This is 1.65 times 10 to the power 3 meter per second. That's about 1650 meter per second. And this card is actually traveling that fast. That doesn't quite make sense, does it? So what we have to do is actually to calibrate the video. The software don't really know how big this video is, how big the card are, and so on. So we're going to define it by having a calibration stick. Notice there's a ruler here. We're going to match this calibration stick to the ruler that we have placed on the video. So you can see that I've matches this ruler to the calibration stick. So one end here and the other end at the other end of the ruler. So notice that this says 100 here. So by default it's measured in cm, which we do not want it. What we want is meter, so SI base unit. So you're going to change to 1 and press enter. So now all the units are in meter. And you can see that here is about 1.35 meter per second.